Hello, everybody, and as promised, we're back, and it is game 163. We're at the final game of this 1961 New York Yankees replay that started back on April 1st. And here we are, January 12th, and we got the final game between the Boston Red Sox and the New York Yankees in New York. And the starting lineup for game 163 for the Red Sox, leading off, playing second base, Chuck Schilling. Batting second, playing center field is Gary Geyer. Batting third, playing left field is Carl Yastrzemski. Batting fourth and playing third base is Frank Mazzone. Batting fifth, playing right field is Lou Clinton. Batting sixth, playing first base is Pete Rollins. Batting seventh behind the plate is Russ Nixon. Batting eighth, playing shortstop, is Pumpsy Green. And pitching the last game of the year for the Boston Red Sox is TRACY STALLARD. And let's take a look at the New York Yankees lineup for game 163. Last game before they go and host the World Series on October 4th. Leading off, playing second base, Bobby Richardson. Batting second, playing shortstop, Tony Kubek. Batting third, playing center field, Roger Maris. Batting fourth, playing left field, Yogi Berra. Batting fifth, playing first base, Bill the Moose Skowron. Batting sixth, doing the catching, Elston Howard, who is in the lead for the batting title in the American League. Batting seventh, playing right field, Johnny Blanchard. Batting eighth, playing third base, Mr. Boyer. And on the mound, Cy Young vote leader right now on doing the pitching, Bill Stafford. And also, he's got the ERA title right now. Can he hold it here against the Red Sox? Let's get down here to Yankee Stadium and see what happens here in game 163 before the World Series. This is Bill Stafford's 25th start of the year, folks. He's got a 2.23 ERA, leading the American League. He's got 22 wins. If he wins this game, he'll be tied with his teammate Whitey Ford, Jim Bunning from the Tigers, Frank Lowry from the Tigers with 23 wins. He only has 2 losses on the year, 9 complete games. And the first batter he'll be facing is Chuck Schilling, batting .243, 5 home runs on the year with 59 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Chuck, and that's going to be a ground ball down to Bobby Richardson. He's up with it. He's going to fire over the Moose for out number 1. So 1 down here in the top of the first. And that brings up Gary Geyer now. Gary batting .241, 18 home runs, 64 RBIs. And here's the pitch to Geyer. And that's going to be a base hit in the left field. Yogi couldn't get to it. Gary makes a big turn for second, but he'll head back to first with a 1-out single. Brings up Carl Yastrzemski, batting .256 with 14 home runs, 84 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Yaz. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. That's a slow roller. No way they're going to turn 2, but they will get the lead runner. So Yaz is down at first with 2 outs now for Frank Mazzone. Frank's batting .252, 15 home runs, 76 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Kubek will go to short way over to Bobby. And that'll end the inning. The Red Sox leave 1. It's Boston nothing. Richardson, Quebec, and Maris due up here against TRACY Stallard. Stallard's 14th start of the year. He's got a 3.19 ERA. He's 8-8. He's got one complete game. He also has 4 saves out of the bullpen. He'll be facing Bobby Richardson, who has been slumping lately. At batting average is back down below the 250 mark. He's batting 244 on the year. 3 home runs, 63 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Bobby. And that's going to be a base on balls. That's a good sign for the Yanks. Like to see him get something going here before the World Series. That brings up Tony Quebec now. Quebec batting 276 on the year with 7 home runs, 61 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Tony. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. First strikeout by TRACY. 1 down. Here comes the big man looking for home run number 75 on the year, folks. Batting 269, 74 home runs, 147 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Roger Merritt. And that ball is hit down the first. Sorry, hit back to the mound. And Stoddard's going to spin around. He's going to fire down the green at second and get Richardson out. So Roger down at first now with 2 outs. And here's the Moose. I'm sorry, I didn't change that. I thought I changed that. I'll be damned. I thought I changed that. No, I didn't. So Yogi's going to be batting next. I thought I put Moose behind him, but I didn't. So Yogi's up, batting 294 with 28 home runs and 77 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Yogi. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. They'll go to easy way to second. Green will, and that'll end the inning. So the Yankees also leave 1 runner on. We go to the top of the second. It's no score. We got Clinton, Rollins, and Nixon due up here for the Red Sox. And Lewis batting 275, no home runs and 8 RBIs. And that's going to be popped up straight up the chute. Howard takes the mask off, makes the catch, and that'll be 1 out. Here comes Pete, who had a good game last game against the Yankees, batting 290, 2 home runs, 45 RBIs. And he gets a hold of this one. He's continuing to hit the Yankees well. And that ball is blasted in the right field off the wall. Blanchard's out there today. He picks it up, fires it in, but Pete's standing down at second with a 1-out double in scoring position for Russ Nixon. Nixon batting 270 on the year. He's got a homer, 21 RBIs in limited play this year. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. And they're going to look the runner back. He'll fire over to first, Quebec will. And that'll be out number 2. Hey, Clinton. And that'll bring up Mr. Green. Green is batting 230 on the year, having a bad year for the Red Sox. Only 3 home runs, 16 RBIs in limited play. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. Rogers out there today is mixing the hospital, resting for the World Series. And that'll be out number 3. The Red Sox leave 1 on. We go to the bottom of the second, still nothing. Scouring, Howard, and Blanchard due up here. Oh, cool. Awesome. That is great, Clinton. So here's the pitch to the moon. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. Scouring goes down swinging. And that'll bring up Howard. Love to see Howard get that 20th home run here today, folks. He's in a race with the batting title with Norm Cash also. So it would be great to see him get a few hits and one of them be a home run and get in that 20 home run club here. 19's like kissing your sister. It's nice, but 20 sounds a hell of a lot better. Here's the pitch to Howard. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. Pete will take it himself. That'll be out number 2. Here's Johnny. Johnny's batting .259, 26 home runs, 59 RBIs on the season. And that's popped up. Nixon says he's got it near the screen and does for out number 3. Yankees go down 1, 2, 3. We go to the top of the third. Tracy, Chuck, and Gary due up here in the top of the third. Stallard batting .212 because we don't need no stinking DH. Only 2 RBIs on the year, though. Here's the pitch to Tracy. And that's going to be a lazy fly ball out to Blanchard and right. That'll be out number 1. Back to the top of the order. In Schilling we go. And Chuck grounded out the second, his counterpart the last time. Here's the pitch to Schilling. And that's going to be a ground ball, but this time down to Quebec over to Scour for out number 2. And now we got Gary Geyer up now. What can Gary do? He singled his last time up against Mr. Stafford. And not this time. That's going to be a ground ball to Moose. He calls off Bill, tells him he's got it, and he does. 1, 2, 3, go to Red Sox. We go to the bottom of the third with the bottom of the order. Boyer, Stafford, and then back to Richardson at the top. Boyer batting .223 on the year, 12 home runs, 57 RBIs. And that's going to be a base on balls. The Yankees will take it. Boyer trots on down the first. Bill Stafford's up, having a fine year on the mound, awesome year on the mound, and a damn good year at the plate. Batting .212 with 9 RBIs. They're going to put the bunt sign down for him here with nobody out and Boyer down at first. And he lays down a nice bunt down the third baseline. And Frank's up with it. He's going to fire over to first with Schilling covering. And that'll be out number 1, but Boyer will make it down to second here, getting scoring position for the top of the order and Bobby Richardson. And Bobby walked his first time up here, folks. Can he get a base hit here and drive Boyer in and get the Yankees on the board? And no, he can't. That is going to be a line drive hit right on the button, but right at Schilling. He runs over, tries to get Boyer out, but Boyer gets back and avoids the double play. Now there's 1 out with Boyer down at second. Quebec struck out his last time up. And that's going to be a fly ball in the right field. And that's not going to be deep enough to get Boyer over. He'll stay put, especially with the big boy up next to Roger Maris. Don't want to get thrown out trying to advance. Oh, that was the 3rd out. Sorry about that. Ain't no Roger Maris coming up. We got Yaz, Lazone, and Clinton due up. Yaz is 0 for 1, reached on the fielder's choice. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. And Maris just robs Yaz of at least a single out there near the monuments for out number 1. Here comes Frankie up, Frank Mazzone. He reached on a fielder's choice his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Boyer at third. Cross the diamond for out number 2. Can Clinton keep this inning alive here for the Red Sox? He popped up to Howard his last time up. And that ball is well hit. That ball is driven in the right field. It's rolling around, following the wall. Roger finally gets to it, picks it up, fires it in. But Clinton's down at third with a 2-out triple for Beatles. So 2 outs now, and here's the man if you're a Yankee you don't want to see. He's been smoking hot against them. 1-for-1 today with a double. That's Pete Rollins. Yankees trying to get him out here with 2 outs and a runner down at third. And they can't. That's going to be a base hit in the left field. And the Red Sox are going to take a 1-0 lead. Like I say, not the man you wanted up. He is smoking hot. On fire even. That brings up Russ Nixon. He grounded out the short his first time up. Here's the pitch to Russ. And that's going to be a foul ball down near the dugout. Howard makes the catch. And that'll end the inning. But the Red Sox score 1 on the RBI single. We go to the bottom of the fourth, 1-0 Red Sox. Now we got Maris, Barron scouring up. Roger reached on a fielder's choice his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball in a deep right field. Lou back there near the track makes the catch. That's just a loud out. Here comes Yogi. And Yogi reached on a fielder's choice his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. And that'll be out number 2. 2 quick outs here in the fourth. Can the Moose do something here? He struck out his first time up. And that ball is high. That ball is far. That ball is going. And this game is tied up. Number 42 for Moose. RBI 144. And it's a 1-1 game, folks. Here comes Howard. Can he go back to back, Jack? Grounded out the first his first time up. And that's not going to be a home run, but that is going to be a base hit. That'll help that average out. Hit in the right field. Howard's speed, he'll just hold up with a single. He ain't even going to make a wide turn. So Howard down at first. All this coming with 2 outs. Here's Johnny Blanchard. He popped up to Nixon his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. Mazzone's up with it. Fires over to first to get the final out. But the Yankees score 1 on the Scouring home run and tie this ball game up, folks. We got Green, Stoddard, and Schilling due up. Old Green flew out the center's first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball to Boyer this time. 1 down. Here comes TRACY. Can he do something here with nobody on and 1 out? And he flew out the right his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball to the other corner out and left. Yogi's patrolling that today. He's got it. 2 quick outs here. Here comes Schilling, the top of the order. Chuck's 0 for 2 2 ground balls. The second and short. And here's another one. That's the one that's going to be a fly ball, I believe. Yes, it is a fly ball out the left field. Yogi's got it. And that'll end the inning for the Red Sox. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Boyer, Stafford, and Richardson due up here. Boyer walked his first time up. Here's the pitch to him. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. 3rd strikeout for TRACY. That brings up Mr. Stafford. He had a sacrifice bunt his first time up. Here's the pitch to Bill. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts. All of a sudden, TRACY's finding the groove, man. Here comes Mr. Richardson. Can he do something? He walked and hit a freaking shot down the second, but Schilling gloved it. Nice play down there. Can Bobby get a hit this time? And that's going to be a fly ball in the left field. That is going to drop. Bobby's aboard this time with a 2-out single. That brings up Tony Kubek now. Like I say, it's nice to see Bobby getting on base. Need to see that in the World Series against the Braves. Kubek 0 for 2, struck out and flew out the right. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. He'll go the long way to first, and that'll end the inning. The Yankees strand one. We go to the sixth inning, still knotted up at one apiece. You got Geyer, Yaz, and Mazzone due up here. Gary is 1 for 2. He singled and grounded out the first. And that's going to be a ground ball back down the first again. Scourin's got it again for out number 1. Here comes Yaz up now. Yastrzemski's 0 for 2. Reached on the fielder's choice and flew out to Roger. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. That's the first strikeout for Bill today. 2 down. Brings up Mazzone now. What can Frank do here? He's 0 for 2. Reached on the fielder's choice and grounded out. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Roger. Nice play. And that'll end the inning, folks. 1, 2, 3 go to Red Sox. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Big boys are due up. Maris, Bearer, and Scourin. Roger 0 for 2 today. Can he get this elusive 75th home run? That would be a nice number. Not on this bat. That's just a ground ball down the short for out number 1. That brings up Mr. Clutch, Yogi Berra. Yogi batting .292. Don't look like he's going to hit 300 this year. He's 0 for 2 today. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Schilling. He fires over to first. 2 down. And here comes Moose with that home run his last time up. Tied this ball game up. Here's the pitch to the Scourin. And that's going to be a base on balls. TRACY doesn't want nothing to do with him. That'll bring up Mr. Elston Howard. Can he do something here? He singled his last time up. He's got that batting average up to 346. Here's the pitch to Howard. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. Nice play by Mazzone. Just robbed Howard of a base hit, folks. He throws from his knees over to first. And Howard is out of there. The Yankees leave another one on. We go to the 7th inning. Clinton, Rollins, and Nixon due up here. Lou tripled and came around to score the only run for the Red Sox. Hey, Tim D. Here's the pitch to Lou. And this time it's going to be a ground ball down to Quebec. Easy play for Tony. And that'll be out number 1. Here comes Pete. Perfect day, 2 for 2 with a double in the RBI to give the Red Sox that run. And not this time. That's going to be a swing and a miss. Bill figures him out and strikes him out this time. 2 down. It's up to Russ Nixon to get something going here in the 7th. He's 0 for 2, grounded out and popped up. And that's going to be a fly out to Yogi. 1, 2, 3 goes the Red Sox. We make it to the 7th inning stretch. Bottom part of the order due up here for the Yanks. Blanchard, Boyer, and Stafford. Johnny 0 for 2, popped up and grounded out. Here's the pitch to Blanchard. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Frank at third. And that'll bring up Boyer now with nobody on and 1 out. Boyer walked his first time up, then struck out his second time up. And that's going to be a base hit in the center field. So Boyer's aboard here with a 1-out hit. And this time I think we're going to let old Stafford swing away here, folks. He has a sacrifice bunt and struck out. Here's the pitch to Bill. And that's going to be another swing and a miss, strike 3. So that didn't pay off. 2 down now and back to the top of the order and Bobby Richardson. Bobby's 1 for 2 with a walk and a line drive shot down the Schilling. He's been playing well today, hitting the ball hard. Here's the pitch to him. And that's going to be another base hit. This one in the center field. Boyer will get down the third. Nice job by Bobby Richardson. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Hopefully he can keep this up in the series and get on board for the big boppers. So first and third, 2 outs for Quebec. See if Tony can keep this merry-go-round going. Takes probably a nickel back in 61, but a buck today to keep this merry-go-round going. He's 0 for 3, so he is due. And due he is, but that ball was hit well. But Gary Geyer just reaches up, makes a nice leaping catch, and that just robbed Quebec of at least an RBI single, maybe a two RBI double. And the Yankees leave 2. We get to the top of the 8th. It's still a 1-1 ball game, folks. Bottom part of the order due up here for the Red Sox. Green, a pitch hitter for TRACY, and then Schilling. Hate to take TRACY out of the game, but you need some runs. Green's 0 for 2, flew out the center and grounded out the third. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Bobby's got that. No problem for out number 1. And that'll be it for TRACY. See who they're going to bring off the bench. Most of the lefties are already in the game. The only lefty they got on the bench is Ginsburg, the catcher. I don't think they're going to go with him. Let's see here. I think they might go with Jackie Jensen, try to get somebody on board here. So Jackie's going to come off the bench. Going to bring out somebody that might be able to get on board. They need a base runner here in the 8th inning. See if Jackie can come through. Oh, Jackie-O. There's Jackie Jensen. So he grabs a bat and comes out here. And he's batting .343 on the year with 11 home runs, 62 RBIs, 1 out and nobody on for him. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Richardson for out number 2. Back to the top of the order in Chuck. And he is 0 for 3 today. 2 ground balls and a fly ball to left. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Boyer. Boyer muffs that one. That's going to be an E5, folks. And that gives the Red Sox the go-ahead run at first and an extra out. And Gary Geyer, he's 1 for 3, singled and grounded out the first the other 2 times. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Quebec will go the long way over to first, and that'll end the inning so the error doesn't bite them in the butt. We go to the bottom of the 9th. It's still a tie ball game. We got the big boys coming up here. Maris, Bear, and Scourin. And Nichols is coming out of the bullpen. No doubt about this one. To face these lefties. Chet Nichols. Last game of the year, the Red Sox would love to beat the rival Yankees. So this is Nichols' 36th game of the year, a 5.36 ERA. He's 3-5 with 4 saves on the year. He'll be facing, like I say, the 2 lefties, Maris and Barra, and then the Moose Scourin. Rogers 0 for 3. Can Roger, with 1 swing of the bat here, folks, give the Yankees the lead? And no, that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Nice play by Green. Just took a base hit away from Roger. One down. Here's Yogi Berra, everybody's favorite Yogi. He's 0 for 3, reached on the fielder's choice, grounded out the first, grounded out the second. And he just popped that one up. Nixon says he's got it in foul territory, and he does. A quick 2 outs. Here's the man right now, Moose. The only run on the board for the Yankees is his solo home run in the 4th inning. Can he do it again and give the Yankees the lead? No, that's going to be a ground ball down to Frank at 3rd. That'll end the inning. We go to the 9th inning, still tied up 1-1. You got Yaz, Mazzone, and Clinton, the 3, 4, 5 hitters up here for Boston. Bill trying to get this win. He's got his ERA right now down to 2.19, trying to get that 23rd win, trying to lock up that Cy Young Award. Here's the pitch to Yaz. He's 0 for 3. A fielder's choice, a fly ball to center, and a strikeout. And that's going to be the dreaded base on balls. Just walked the go-ahead run down the first. And that was the first walk of the game by Bill. He may be getting tired, but it's his game to win or lose here. Frank's 0 for 3. He's reached on the fielder's choice, grounded out the 3rd, flew out the center. And that's going to be a pop-up down the 3rd baseline. Boyer in fair territory makes the catch for out number 1. Here comes Clinton. He has hit Bill well today. He's 1 for 3 with that triple. Here's the pitch to him. And he blasts that ball again, folks. That ball is hit in the deep center field over Rogers' head. Yaz is rounding 3rd, headed for home, and Lou's in there at 2nd with a RBI double. And the Red Sox lead this game 2-1. Bill Stafford's out there shaking his head, folks. And Yaz didn't come in to score. Hold on here. Get Yaz in there. Got to get Yaz in the score here. And now we got Pete Rowlands due up, and that's going to be it for Bill Stafford. We're going to bring in the lefty and Daly to pitch the Rowlands, see if the Red Sox take him out of the game, because he has just beat the crap out of Bill today. He's 2 for 3 with a double. Bill did strike him out the last time up, though, but there's only 1 out, a runner down at 2nd. Yankees would love to keep this a 1-run game. So Bill's coming out of the game. He's responsible for the runner down at 2nd. So Bill cannot win this game. All he can do is lose it or get a no decision. So Bud Daly's coming in here. And the way Pete's been hitting, they're going to let him hit. They're not going to go to the bench, because they got a decent right-handed bench, but they're going to let Pete bat. Like I say, he's hit the ball well the last 2 games. He's 2 for 3 today. See what Pete can do here. He's got a double and an RBI, runner in scoring position. Bud Daly, this is his 20th appearance. He's got a 4.03 ERA. He's 9 and 3, 1 complete game and 1 save. Here's the pitch from Bud. And that's going to be a fly ball in the center field. And they're not going to test Rogers' arm. That'll be out number 2. Here comes Russ Nixon. They are going to pitch it for Nixon. Pags is coming off the bench. He'll stay in the game and catch. So they're going to go with the righty-lefty matchup and Pags. There's Pags. And Jim's batting .263, 18 home runs, 63 RBIs. Red Sox would love to get an insurance run here. Here's the pitch from Bud Daly. And that's going to be a pass ball, I believe. A wild pitch by Daly. Lou's going to get down to third on the wild pitch. So now runners 90 feet away, a 1-0 count to Pags. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Quebec. He screws the pooch. That's an E6. The runner's going to score. Pags is safe at first. Don't like seeing sloppy play going into the World Series, folks. And it is 3-1 now. Now Green's up with 2 outs. And Pags down at first. Pumpsy's 0 for 3. Flew out to center. Grounded out to third and second. And that is going to be a base on balls. And all of a sudden, the wheels are falling off the cart here in the ninth, folks. And that'll bring up Chet Nichols. They're going to pitch hit for him and try to blast this game open. Let's see who they're going to bring out. And Carroll Hardy's going to come off the bench here. See what Carroll can do with 2 outs, runners on first and second. Hardy's batting .253 on the year, 3 home runs, 39 RBIs. Here's the pitch from Bud. And that's going to be a base hit in the center field. Pags is going to hold up at third, though. Catcher speed, he's not going to chance it. So we got the bases loaded. And we're back to the top of the order with Chuck Schilling here. One swing and a bat in this game was be over. Turn out the lights. This party will be over. Chuck gets a base hit. He's 0 for 4. He's grounded out the second. Grounded out the short. Flew out and reached on an error. And that's going to be a fly ball out the Blanchard end right. Johnny makes the catch. But the Red Sox score 2. Take a 3-1 lead. And we got Howard, Blanchard, and Boyer due up here. See who the Red Sox will bring out of the pen. Try to nail down this win. And it looks like it might be. I think they're going to go with Mr. Hillman. Hillman's going to come out of the bullpen. Try to get this win here for the Red Sox in the game 163. Stop the Yankees from getting win number 117, folks. So Dave's coming out of the bullpen. And we need to put Jim in as a catcher. And we're ready to go. He'll be facing Howard, Blanchard, and Boyer here in the ninth. Yankees trailing by 2. Howard 1 for 3. Can he get a big hit here, folks? Keep that batting average up. Here's the pitch to Howard. And no, that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 out here in the ninth. Here's Johnny. Can Johnny get aboard here? He's 0 for 3, grounded out the third twice and popped up to the catcher. And that's going to be the dreaded base on balls. Blanchard will walk on down to first. We're not going to take Johnny out for a pitch runner yet. Wait and see if he can get in scoring position, just in case they tie this game up with a big blast. Still want his bat in the lineup. So you got a runner down at first. Boyer up. Can Boyer keep the merry-go-round going? And the Yankees come back here. He's 1 for 2. He's walked, struck out, and singled. And that's going to be a 2-ball no count. Hillman can't find the strike zone. Can Boyer take advantage of the 2-0 pitch? And no, that's going to be a ground ball down the second. They'll get the lead runner. That'll be it. Now Boyer's down at first with 2 outs. We'll have a pitch hitter here for Daly. See who's going to come off the bench here. Bob Hale is going to come off the bench. Can Bob win this game for the Yankees? Mick's in the hospital. He's unavailable for this game. Otherwise, the Mick would be coming out the pitch hit. Need to get the Mick healthy for the World Series. Bob's batting 200 on the year with 1 RBI. Can he do it here, folks? 3-1 Red Sox. And that's going to be the dreaded ground ball down the short. He'll take the easy way over to second, and that'll end the ball game, folks. And the Red Sox win this game in the top of the 9th, 3-1. That is your season for the Yankees. Let's take a look at the box score. Then we'll fast play the American League and see who's going to win all the awards here. The Red Sox 3 runs on 6 hits and no errors. The Yankees 1 run on 5 hits and 2 errors. Lou Clinton 2 for 4 and Pete Rollins 2 for 4. They did the damage against the Yankees. Yeah, exactly. Knew they was going to boo. You win 116 games and they're still pissed off you didn't get 117. Red Sox were 3 for 7 with runners in scoring position. Left 7 men on base. Bobby Richardson 2 for 3. Nice to see him getting hot. Hopefully that can stay like that in the World Series. The Yankees 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position. Left 8 men on base. Don't like seeing that. Old TRACY goes 7 innings, gets a no decision, pitched a great game, a 5-hit, 1 run, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts, and the only run was the Moose with his home run. Nichols comes in, pitches an inning, picks up his 4th win. He's got 5 losses. And Hillman comes in and locks it down for his 4th save of the year. Walked 1 and struck out 1. Bill Stafford picks up only his 3rd loss of the year. A hard luck loser here. 8 1/3, 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them earned. Walked 1 and struck out 2. Bud comes in, gets the final 2 outs, gives up a hit and a walk. Too little, too late, though. The Red Sox win. So now we'll go see what the Senators do out here in Kansas City for the final game of the year for these 2 teams. And the Senators win 7 runs on 7 hits and 1 error. The A's 5 runs on 9 hits and no errors. So the A's end up with 111 losses. The Senators with 101. Then we got the Tribe traveling out to California to take on the Angels. We got Mudcat, one of my favorite pitchers, against another one of my favorite pitchers. Oh, Rhino Dern. Let's see what happens out here in LA. And the Indians win big, 6 runs on 8 hits and 1 error. The Angels 2 runs on 6 hits and 1 error. And the Tigers taking on the Twins. Last game here in the American League. See what happens up here in Minnesota. Oh, thank you, Tim D. I appreciate it. And the Tigers beat up on the Twins. 14 runs, 17 hits, no errors. The Twins 1 run on 6 hits and 1 error. So let's take a look at the final standings, the final leaderboard, and see who wins the MVP and Cy Young awards in the American League. So the Yankees win the American League pennant by 14 games. Tigers win 102 games and still end up 14 games behind. The Orioles 97 wins on the year, 19 games back. The White Sox, another 90-win team, finishes 21 games back. You tell yourself in spring training we're going to win 95 games and we're going to finish 4th, 21 games back, you wouldn't believe it. Hell of a top 4 in the American League there, folks. The Twins finished with an 84-77 record. The last team above 500 with 31 games back. Hey, Aaron. Yeah. And then you got the Angels, their first club below 500, losing 92 games or 45 games back. They won 70. The Red Sox 69-94, 47 games back. The Tribe had a very disappointing season compared to the actual year, 67-94, 48 games back. The Senators 60 wins, 101 losses with a 55 games back, and the A's 51 wins, 111 losses. Matter of fact, let's pull up the 61 season and see how that compares here, folks. Take a look here at the 61 American League. Just see how these records stand up. So the Yankees win 7 more games than they were supposed to. And the Tigers win exactly what they were supposed to, 101. We can bring this up here. Come on now, don't play games with me. Won 1 more game than they were supposed to. They won 102. And the Orioles won 95 in real life. They won 2 more games than they were supposed to at 97. The White Sox with 86 wins. They really improved by 10 games. And here's where it changes. The Tribe was supposed to win 78 games and finish behind the White Sox. Only won 67. So the 10 extra wins may have went to the White Sox. The Twins did a lot better than they were supposed to. Only 70 wins in real life. They picked up an extra 14, 184. And the Angels won exactly what they were supposed to. Went 70-92. And the Red Sox was supposed to win 76. And they won 69, 7 games below what they were supposed to. A's was supposed to lose 100 games along with the Senators. So the Senators did almost exactly what they were supposed to, and the A's lost 10 more games. Norm Cash wins the batting title, folks, with a 346 batting average. Roger Maris is your home run king, both this year and in the history of Major League Baseball with 74 home runs in 1 year. Norm Cash, look at that, wins 2 out of 3 triple crown, wins the batting title and RBI title with 155 RBIs. Go down here and look at the pitching stats. Stafford still led the American League and Major Leagues with a 2.23 ERA, but he couldn't get his 23rd win. Bunning, Ford, and Lowry with 23 wins. Stafford with 22. Luis is your Rolaids reliever of the year for the American League with 43. And let's take a look. Roger Maris is your American League MVP. And Bill Stafford wins the Cy Young over his teammate Whitey Ford with those 22 wins, 3 losses, and a 2.23 ERA. How about that, folks? See how many of these Yankees are on a hitting streak going into the World Series. You got Scouring on a 7-game hitting streak, so that's good to see. Tony Kubek had the most hitting streak with 18 in the year. How about that? That's pretty nice. See if any of the Braves are on a good hitting streak. Oh, Gino with a 7-game hitting streak, and Frank Boland with an 8-game hitting streak going into the last game of the year. Alrighty, I want to thank everybody that stuck with me. It's been 8 months, actually 9 months. Started back in April 1st. Let's see what the first game on this was. I think it was a Yankee game. Was the first game of the year. Let's go back here. See what the first game I played here in 1961. Go back to April. And yep, looks like the first game I played was a Minnesota Yankee game here on the channel back in April 1st. Why isn't it taking us there? And Whitey Ford was on the mound, and the Yankees shut out the Twins 8-0. And 163 games later, folks, the Yankees are heading to the World Series to face the Milwaukee Braves. Ain't that something? Like I say, Tim D, Clinton Parks, I want to thank y'all for showing up. Aaron Reed, most of you has been here through the whole thing, man. I appreciate it. We got 2 more games to go. What time is it? Going on 5 o'clock. I'll see what everybody else is doing tonight. Oh, I can't wait for the World Series either. So we got a double hitter between the Giants and the Braves here on October 1st to finish this season out. And then it's on to the World Series. Of course, it don't have the right pitching matchup. I guess I can do that now. I don't know if, well, probably shouldn't, because if I click on that, it's going to do transactions, and I don't want to do that. But you're going to have Ford against Spawn in the first game. You're going to have Ralph Terry going up against Lou Burdette in the second game. And you're going to have Bill Stafford that just pitched today going up against Bob Buell in the first game in Milwaukee. That's what the pitching rotation is going to look like. So it's going to be Ford, Terry, and Stafford for the Yankees, and Spawn, Burdette, and Buell for the Braves. And both teams are going with a 3-man rotation. So Whitey and Spawn will pitch games 1, 5, and 7 if needed. So until next time, you all have a great evening here. Like I say, nobody's on here later on the night. I'll probably return and get this season over with. I got to work the weekend, unfortunately. So I would love to get this season done before the weekend. Come home on the weekend and start the World Series on Saturday afternoon when I get home from work. Be awesome to do. Well, until then, like I say, y'all have a great evening and y'all take care.